Welcome to Tabletop Baseball. Well, finished up the 73 Red Sox season replay. The Maddox replay's done. So it's time to start something new, something different. And that's what I'm going to do right here. It's going to be a Hall of Fame tournament. Nothing crazy there, but of course there's going to be a few little twists involved. Hold on. And that's going to be, it's going to be advanced Stratomatic, not basic, not super advanced, but just advanced. Oh, let's see, I got to get that off there. All right. Hall of Fame, 8 teams, double elimination. I'm going to hold the draft. There's going to be a draft, blind draft. I'll be doing that here shortly. Each team will draft one position player per position. No substitutes. There will be a DH. They will draft 3 pitchers, but those pitchers will not be the starters. They will be relievers only. And the reason for that is because before each game, each team will draft their starter. So they will not know who the starting pitcher is going to be until game time. And the lineups will be determined by a D10, roll of the D10. So if I roll a 7, then the left fielder will lead off for both teams. It'll be the same lineup for both teams. One D10 roll will determine the lineup for both teams. So if I roll 7, left fielder leads off, center fielder next, right fielder. DH will be designated as 0. So then it'll go DH, and then no pitcher. So then catcher, first base, all around, just like that. And they'll draft the pitcher before the game starts. Trying to think, seems like there was something else. That might be it though. Hello, Tebow and Ken Castro, Mike Hill, Steve Ryan. So let's get into the draft. I thought of something else though. I can't think of what it was. Oh, that's what it is. I'm going to roll a D10, and that position I'll draw 2 players from that position. One will be the position player, the other will be the DH. It'll be the same for every team. Okay, so I'm going to flip this around. Let's see. So let's just see. Let's go ahead and start with the pitchers. I think. No, let's start with first base. First of all, we got to roll a D10. Let's find a D10. I've got a few of those. Let's see what position is going to be. There'll be 2 players drafting. Well, 1, we're not going to take pitchers. So 4, second base. So every team will draw. Let's start with second base. So every team's going to draw 2 second basemen. One will be the DH, and one will be the position player, and I'll determine that probably in game time. It'll have to stay that way for each team. They won't be able to flip-flop. Once it's determined, then it'll stay that way. All right, so there's going to be 8 teams. See if I have enough room to map out 8 teams here. So team number 1, Joe Morgan. I'm going to flip them this way. See if I can get 4 and then 4. So Joe Morgan and, let's see, is team number 1. And Nellie Fox. Bobby Doerr. Rogers Hornsby, see. Dig one out here. Somebody told me I was saying his name wrong, I think. Is it Napla Joy? Tony Lazzeri. Eddie Collins. Red Schoendienst, or Schoendienst. Red Schoendienst. All right, now we got to go back through again. LaJoy. I was right. Let's see if I can get them on there. It's going to I don't know that I can get them all on there. So the second set of second basemen, Bid McPhee. Let's see, he's probably going to be the DH. Well, I don't know. They're both rated a 1. Now, this is not going to be basic. I'm just laying them out this way because it's a little easier. A little less, takes up less room. Billy Herman. So Nellie Fox and Billy Herman. Frankie Frisch. Bobby Doerr, Frankie Frisch. Joe Gordon, Rogers Hornsby. I really need to take these out of these sleeves. That would help. Rod Carew, Napla Joy, Rod Carew on the same team. Charlie Gehringer and Tony Lazzeri. Bill Mazeroski and Eddie Collins. Red Schoendienst and Johnny Evers. So those are your second basemen. One will be the DH. One will be the actual second baseman. Now let's go to first base. So one first baseman per team. Hank Greenberg on team number 1, and I'm screwing everything up. Nellie Fox, Billy Herman, and George Kelly. Bobby Doerr, Frankie Frisch, Ben Taylor. Rogers Hornsby, Joe Gordon, and Willie McCovey. What do we got down here? We've got Napla Joy, Rod Carew, and Tony Perez. Tony Lazzeri, Charlie Gehringer, and Dan Brothers. Dan Brothers. 361 average. Eddie Collins, Bill Mazeroski, and Judd Wilson. Some of these I went by what their first listed position was. That's why he's in the first baseman. Red Schoendienst, Johnny Evers, and Jake Beckley. Not the greatest list of first basemen, but I mean, as far as name goes. So you've got McCovey, Tony Perez, Hank Greenberg. All right, third base. Judy Johnson, team number 1. Jose Mendez, 233 average. He's going to be on team 2. Mike Schmidt, there's a name for you. Team number 3. Home Run Baker, team number 4. Paul Molitor. This is kind of a more modern team down here, team number 5. Well, except for Napla Joy. You've got Carew, Perez, Molitor. George Brett. There you go. Trying to pick up some slack down here on team number 6. Lazeri, Gehringer, Brothers, and Brett. Freddie Lindstrom. Team number 7. And the final third baseman, Jimmy Collins. Team number 8. Shortstop, Travis Jackson. Team number 1. Keep picking them out backwards. Number 2, Pop Lloyd. 358 average, shortstop. Arky Vaughan. 332 average. Home run Baker. Dave Bancroft comes after home run Baker. He's a 309 average. Rabbit Marinville. So they've got quite a wide range here. Napla Joy, Carew, Perez, Molitor, Rabbit Marinville. Ozzie Smith. There's some defense for you. George Brett and Ozzie Smith. Cal Ripken, bringing out some more recent names. Who else? Joe Cronin. Those are your shortstops, the left fielders. Billy Williams. Team number 1. Team number 2. Jesse Burkett. Number 3. Heine Manouche. Number 4. Carl Yastrzemski. Just played 162 games with that guy. Fred Clark. Ed Delahanty. Jim Rice. Jim O'Rourke. Those are your left fielders. Center field. If anybody's never or ever had trouble deciding on what set to buy, Hall of Fame set, without a doubt. Pete Hill, center field, Double-A Steeler. It's gotten more use than any other set that I own. Willard Brown. I like the fact that I'm getting some guys I've never used. Turkey Stearns. Turkey Stearns. Team number 4. Cristobal Torriente. Cristobal Torriente. Mickey Mantle, never heard of him. Who's that guy? That's on Team 5. Duke Snider, Team 6. Lloyd Warner, Team 7. Team 5 is going to clean up, you think? We'll see. Larry Doby. Those are your center fielders. Now to the right fielders. King Kelly. Tommy McCarthy. Chuck Klein. Dave Winfield. Willie McCovey, Dave Winfield on that team. Sam Rice. Not Jim Rice, Sam Rice. Wayner, sorry. Elmer Flick. Pop Wayner. Lloyd Wayner. Pop Lloyd. Tony Gwynn. There we go. And finally, Ross Youngs. Ross Youngs. Right field. On to the catchers. Buck Ewing. Team number 1. Josh Gibson, team number 2, 381 on the average. Bill Dickey. Johnny Bench. Roy Campanella, team number 5. That was close. I got Campanella exactly. Mickey Cochran. It was close. Carlton Fisk. 287 average though. Last but not least, Gary Carter. Now the 3 relievers for each team. 3 relievers. I'll go through 3 times. How about that? Wait, Hoyt. Reliever number 1. For team number 1, Addie Joss. Whitey Ford. Dizzy Dean. A lot of pitchers. Don Drysdale. I do have a stack of pitchers that are starters only. I'll go through those pitchers first. Once they're done, then we'll go back into this stack for the actual starters of the game. Robin Roberts. Team number 7. Oops. Satchel Paige. And we'll go ahead and use that one. Herb Pinnock, since he flopped out of there. For team number 8. Back around, team number 1. Ed Walsh. Hilton Smith. Bullet Joe Rogan. John Clarkson. Ted Lyons. Bob Feller. Big name. Red Faber. And this second round of pitchers, finally, Cy Young. Not too shabby. These are relievers only, though. The last set, Amos Russi. Lefty Grove. Bob Lemon. Three Finger Brown. Rube Marquard. Rube Marquard. Al Spalding. Leon Day. And last but not least, you knew that was coming, Lefty Gomez. Those are the teams. So I need to figure out a captain, because that's the team. That's going to be the team. How I'm going to designate the team is by the captain for each team. So, like this would be Team Morgan. I am going to go Morgan, Joe Morgan. Team Morgan's number one. I'm actually not really number one. It's just going to be Team Morgan. And it doesn't really matter who plays who, because they're all could go. Let's see. How about Team Gibson? Josh Gibson. Team Gibson. So we got to have a way to identify the teams other than numbers, I think. Heine Manush, Team Manush. How about Team Schmidt? So far, I like. Team Schmidt. A lot of good ones here. Team Bench. It's kind of funny. I'm going to go Team McCovey. So far, I'm liking Drysdale. Mantle. Yeah. It's a pretty good team. Team Mantle. Yeah, Team 5 is probably the preliminary favorite, maybe. Team Brett. You knew I was going to pick Brett. You knew I was, did you? Make sure I didn't get those mixed up there. Okay. How about Team Gwen? I think we got to go with Team Gwen. I think I'm going to take them out of these sleeves too. And the team number 8 is going to be far as names go, how about Team Dobie? Team Dobie. Team Dobie. So I will get these set up, get them out of the sleeves for sure. That'll make them easier to handle. And get a bracket set up. I'll probably just go down the line. Of course you can't see them now, but because I screwed up. I'll probably just go, these two will play each other. These two, and these two, and these two. And let's see. So it's going to be advanced strat, like I said. Double elimination. A D10 will determine the batting order. In other words, if I roll an 8, just like I'm just going over what I said earlier, if you join late. Center fielder would lead off. DH is going to be 0. Of course, there's going to be 2 second basemen for both teams, for every team. They'll be determined when I make out the lineup, when I do the order. One will be the second baseman, one will be the DH. These are probably 4x6, yeah. They're oversized. I just what I had, and I decided to use them, and so, like I said, this set gets more play time than any other set that I own. Yeah, I hear you, Fred. Fred is in France. I don't know if they have Staples in France. So yeah, just checking like an office supply place if you have one there. But I'm going to get that. I might put out a game tonight. We'll see. Playoffs start tonight for all intents and purposes. Real playoffs begin. So I don't know if I can come back and get one real quick like I will. So those are the teams. That's the setup for the 8-team double elimination project. I'm going to do a spreadsheet for the 73 Red Sox replay. So I can print that out and have it out here instead of having to do it on computer. I mean, I've got everything done. All the stats are done. Everything's ready to go. But I was going to do like a split screen on the computer and try to capture that, and it wasn't working very well. So I'm going to print it out on a spreadsheet and have comparison. I'll have it line by line, the real life totals and their replay totals. The 78 Guidry replay will be starting once I get replay baseball down a little better. I played a game last night. I've got it down a little better, but I want to have it down a little bit better before I start in on it, because I don't want to be. I'm going to be fumbling around anyway at first, but because I'm sure there's going to be stuff come up that I haven't seen before. So, but I still want to get it a little bit better. You know what I mean? I want to get a little more efficient at it before I start doing it. So, but it won't be long. It'll be coming. Maybe next week. 10 to 15 games. So yeah, I'll get some more practice in on that, and then we'll start in on it. So I'm going to get out of here for now, get this straightened up, see if I can't get a game going, and come back with it, game number 1 of the tournament. So hopefully I'll see you guys shortly, and if not, fairly soon anyway. Till then, you guys take care, have a great the rest of your day, and God bless.